Good morning, buenos dias, mi amores. It is the second day of the third week of our online class. And today we're going to continue with our lesson. We're going to be focusing on adding mixed numbers of unlike denominator with regrouping. Before we get into it, I want to just look at a couple of our vocabulary words. So first here, fraction names. Think about it. What's a numerator? What's a denominator? And next, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of different fractions that we've discussed before. We talk about proper fraction. That's where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. And we also have an improper fraction. That's where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Look what happens with a normal proper fraction versus an improper fraction. Think about what the difference is. That's right. The improper fraction has two whole numbers and a little fraction at the end, whereas the proper fraction is just one normal fraction with one whole. Additionally, we're going to talk a little bit about mixed numbers. That's where we have our whole number and our proper fraction. Look how it's similar to our improper fraction. We're going to be talking a little bit about these unlike denominators. What is an unlike denominator? That's right, when the denominators are different. What does a different denominator mean? That's right, it means different size parts. Now, we're going to hop into today's lesson, but in just a moment, because first I actually want to talk about regrouping. Remember, our objective says with regrouping. Oh, look at that. I have that capitalized. With regrouping. And regrouping happens in two places. The first is when we subtract. Notice how 5 doesn't go into 2, and you have to cross off the 3 in the tens place and turn it into a 2. That's regrouping. We also do that in addition. And we're going to hop into today's lesson. And really what I want you to be able to do is know the three things that you're going to need. They are multiplication chart, Google Doc, which is here, right? This one right there. And of course, a pencil and paper. So let's hop over here to the first problem that we're looking at. Now, I see this and I know I need to add. What should I put in here first? Think about yesterday. That's right. I'm going to start with my whole numbers, which are right here. Now I know I should get 2, and I'm going to actually pull these out from here because I like to have the models. 1, which is this one, and 2, which is right here. Next, what do I need to do? That's right, add my fractions. Now remember, we know how to do that using our models from yesterday. But today I just want to look at the model because something's going to be a little bit different when we add these together. Let's say I take 2/4. 1, 2. Oh, they locked up right here. 1, 2. Interesting. And now 2/3. Uh-oh. What do you see just happened? And just in case you can't see it, hold on a second. I'm going to switch this around in a moment. What happened here? That's right. When I added the 2/4 and the 2/3, I actually got more than 1. So this is where 1 should end. And we have this whole section, which is more than 1. And what's interesting here is that what I can actually do is change my answer to be, instead of 2 and whatever this extra fraction was, to be 3. 1, 2, 3. What's the problem, though? That's right. I actually don't know how much this is worth. it stresses me out to do this. So what I want to do is actually return back, and I want to solve it using our traditional algorithm. On a fresh piece of paper. So on your paper, I don't know where my paper is. Pause. You find your paper, I'll find. You can use one of these, whatever you need. On your paper, try to solve this problem. Pause the video here. Step 1. What's step 2? Try it on your own. And what we see right here is that when we added this together, we got 14 over 12. Now, what's strange about 14 over 12? That's right. The number on the top is larger than the number on the bottom. That is, as we said before, an example of, and I'm looking back over here, an improper fraction, where our values has whole numbers and fractions together. Now, that feels like a problem to me because I don't like the idea of having something here that has a whole and something here that has a whole. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I want to change this. What can I do? Well, when we regroup, what we normally do is take away a whole. Notice how I added this whole value here. If I add that whole value here, we actually can ignore everything underneath. We can get rid of this, and this, and this. But unfortunately, we can't get rid of this last piece because this piece is connected here. So I need to be very precise. I need to think very carefully about how much I'm taking away. Now, this is equal to what? That's right. This is equal to 1. Now, if I want to take away this 1 and leave just this space, I need to take away, I can only take it away if it's in a fractional form. Now, if I want to subtract 1, what does 1 equal in terms of our denominator? That's right. 1 is equal to 12 over 12. So that means that actually here, what I need to do is on this side, subtract 14 over 12 minus 12 over 12, which equals 2 over 12. Now that 1, once I've taken it away, where does it go? Well, it goes right over here. It now becomes the whole number that I can regroup. I take my 2, I turn it into 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. Now this is all very messy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to erase everything here that I've done. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to pause it because my answer is 3 and 2, 12. Still a little messy. Now, let's check. If this is correct, it should be represented in our model 2. Let's look. 3 and what was it again? 2 twelfths. So that means this piece should be equal to 2 twelfths. Let's see. 1 12th, 2 twelfths. Let's bring them over here. 1, 2. So that works perfectly. Okay, I want to try this again with another problem. Let's write in our answer 3 and 2 over 12. Oh, it says in simplest form. We haven't talked about that yet, so we're just going to skip along. Great. Next problem. Let's try this one on your own. I'm going to do each of the 3 steps now. This is step 1. Now we have step 2. That's where we combine our fractions. This is step 2. We've combined our fractions and gotten our improper fraction at the end. What do we need to do now? That's right, subtract 1. What is 1 equal to here? Oh, that's right. It's equal to our denominator over itself. 26 over 20 minus 20 over 20 is 6 over 20. Now remember that this 1 goes all the way up here, and it becomes 1 whole. And finally, we want to add this up, 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4, and clean everything up. And our answer is 4 and 6 over 20. I just want to just double check this one time with our model. So I'm going to go to another page. And we're going to try this with a model. I want to just add these up. I have 1, 2, whoops. And then a third 3 to represent this 1. And now I'm going to add up my 4/5. 1, let's try these up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 2/4. 1, 2. Oh, we got a little extra on the end. So I'm going to try coming in here, replacing this. And then what we're going to see is if we can get this last amount. How much should that have been? We said 6/20. Let's go over here. Oh, we don't have 6/20. I'm going to have to do some simplification. I know that these tenths, 1. This is not as good of an example as I want. Ignore the end of this. I apologize, guys. It looks like our model doesn't have what I'd like. Okay. What I would like to see you do today is practice on the exit ticket. You're going to see that we have these 2 problems. I'm actually not even going to make you do these 2. Just practice these 2 problems. Take a picture and submit it to me. Also, very important, look at how empty my calendar is during a lot of the day. Very important that all of you are signing up with me. We want to be doing some practice together. All right. Thank you, my friends. I will talk to you soon. Good luck.